Batman issue 84 sees Bruce confront his father Thomas, saying that he does this in the name of Alfred as Thomas hits him. Earlier, Thomas crawls from the name pit after having defeated his son as he recites his vow to avenge his son. Before the pit, Thomas asks Bane how he might help him, but Bane wonders why the father of Batman will help, and Thomas says that he knows what's best for his boy. Before that, after Batman has defeated the Joker at the church, Thomas approaches the villain, saying that he's watched Batman get close to false happiness, but after everything, he knows someone is behind him, pushing him and wanting to know who told the Joker Batman and Catwoman would be married. Thomas watches over his son not long before this as his world is destroyed and he is brought to the Earth Prime by Reverse Flash, who says Thomas has killed him and now he won't let Thomas kill himself. Instead, he's going to leave him on this Earth, a world where Bruce is Batman. Reverse Flash takes off after the button as before, Thomas tells his son not to be Batman and to find happiness in his life. Batman is taken back to his world by Flash as Thomas Wayne faces Dr. Manhattan's annihilation wave. Earlier, Thomas kills Reverse Flash, saying that he can't live anymore knowing that Bruce becomes Batman since it's a curse. He isn't killed by the white annihilation wave, however, as it keeps him alive. Thomas continues to look back at his life, seeing how his own Selina Kyle died at the hand of Martha Wayne, as well as teaming with Selina and finding himself caring for her, even when they disagree about where they first met. Before all of this, Thomas becomes Batman, murdering villains and seeing the crime rate in Gotham drop rapidly because of it. Before killing his first villain, the Penguin, he desperately asks his now insane wife why she murdered Alfred, with Martha saying that she did it because he couldn't find her pearls. In Crime Alley, Thomas murders Joe Chill with a rock, but it's too late since he wasn't able to save Bruce, who was shot beforehand by the criminal. The night before, Thomas prays over Bruce, swearing he will protect him by warring against anything that might cause him pain. In the present, Thomas finishes hitting his son, telling him to take off his mask and marry Selina. He wants him to listen to his father since he chose what Bruce chose and knows of the consequences, and for once in his life he needs to listen and stay down. Batman issue 84 continued the shitty batting average this series has had since like issue 20 by not only trying to explain how Thomas is alive still, something the book actually does not do. It does not explain at all how he is still alive. It also seems to shit over everything that Jeff Johns wrote in The Button about Thomas's death and the meaningfulness of that, and how in that scene there was actually no malice behind his words and suddenly there is now. The whole issue is done in this clumsy reverse storytelling that tries to explain why Thomas is a villain, and it boils down to the Selina he teamed with on his world and more or less cared for was killed by Martha Wayne and Bruce's wasn't. That's it. That's what 85 issues has led us to believe, you know, that he's done all of this basically out of jealousy in a way. Never have I seen a writer waste so much potential. There could have been a whole story here about how he was put on this world by Reverse Flash somehow and he gets a new lease at life and he can go about his business and do his thing while his son does his thing, but instead we get this very weird and wasteful story about him becoming a villain just because he doesn't like what his son is doing and doesn't want his son to be his own man for some reason and wants his son to follow exactly what he did. It's so fucking stupid. I am not going to rate this issue.